Hey YouTubers, Electric Adventures here with a response video to Rob MaximumRD's response on the top game, or your favourite game that is an arcade game and converted to some form of home computer or console. So not the actual arcade version itself, but your favourite version of a game that was originally an arcade game converted into a on either a retro computer or console. And I was stuck because I quite like arcade games full stop. So I mean, there's actually several that I'd really like to pick, but I don't have copies of them. So you know, Time Pilot, Tutankhamun, and even Gyrus would have been in my shortlist. But I tried to you know, limit it to ones that I actually had copies of, which I try to do in these response, because otherwise there's too much to pick from anyway, and there are such a lot of choices. Now both the Time Pilot and the Tutankhamun, my favourite versions, would have been on the Coleco, so one of the ones I'm going to put in the list is Qbert, also for the Coleco. I'm quite good at this game. I only played it a little bit in the arcades though, so I probably more played the home version on the Coleco, and I'm quite good at that one. You know, I believe they did quite a good, you know, quite a good job at converting it on the Coleco and the home version. And there's various versions of it. I mean, I've got the 2600 version as well. That's not too bad, and I've got the Intellivision version. But the best one that I've played is the one for the ColecoVision. So that's on my short list. Another one that I definitely considered, because I've got a couple of copies of it, is Gauntlet. Now I've got Gauntlet 2 here for the Atari ST. Now that would be the best version. It actually has very good graphics. It's got the you know, the sound, the voices, and everything like that. They also made a very good version of Gauntlet for the NES. Now once again, not this Gauntlet. This Gauntlet's fairly average. I also have Gauntlet for the MSX computer, although not an actual original cartridge. I've got a copy. So, but Gauntlet 2 on the NES plays very well and has most of the features, but the Atari ST version would beat it. But that's still not my final choice. And as another option, sorry, I'm getting myself a whack here, is, and a game you see me, whenever I get a new Atari 8-bit computer, I always chuck Robotron in it. And this one I probably would have picked as the game, because I really do like Robotron, but I don't have the Atari 7800 version. If I had the Atari 7800 version, I'd say I'd definitely pick Robotron. I haven't played the Atari 7800 game for a very long time, but I do remember it, and it is a very good version. The 8-bit computer version is good, but it's not, you know, the characters aren't as high res as the arcade, so it's not quite the same experience. I'm also lucky enough to have it on, I'm not sure whether it's going to come out at all, on Lynx. So it's quite a good version. So I do have it on a couple of systems. So it is a game I play all the time. But the one I'm going to pick is, and it actually has two names, because on the MSX, and this is a game I've had for a long time, it was called Nemesis. And on other systems it was called Gradius. the original arcade Gradius was actually fairly simple graphics wise, and some of the home versions did a very good job of converting it. Now I'm looking forward to getting the PC Engine version of Gradius. I found a copy of that. It'll take a little while to get here. I mean, the MSX version is very good. Obviously can't quite display as many colours, and I was very pleasantly surprised at how well the NES version of the Gradius plays, especially in NTSC mode on the top loader, which I got recently. And then of course the pinnacle of all that, I also managed to get a copy of the newer Gradius 3 and 4 on PS2, and that is a fantastic game, one of the best ones in the series. So there you go, Rob, there's my choice. It's Gradius, and I said the original Gradius, not that one, so it's actually Gradius or Nemesis, whichever one you want to call it, but we'll call it Gradius. So, because I reckon that is one of the best home conversions on multiple systems. And I said I plan to get the PC Engine version at some stage. I mean, I've got a copy on the way, but it's coming by snail mail. So it'll be probably a month or so before we see that, and I've probably forgotten about this video by then. So I hope you like my response. As I said, hopefully I have added some video bits and pieces to this video. We'll see how we go in the editing bit. But once again, Rob's done a really good discussion topic, and happy to do this response. But make sure you go check out Rob's original video and make your response to that. But please feel free to comment below. Okay, Lecture Adventures, and I'll catch you next time. Catch you next time.